What's up, everyone? So, a new video coming to you here from Stephen Hines Fitness. So, this one is, in terms of the YouTube channel, it's one I haven't done in a while. So, this is just with the NBA season coming to a close, well, the regular season coming to a close this week. This one is just a bit of NBA talk. So, I did do 2 weeks ago, I done on my podcast, over on the Stephen Hines Fitness podcast, just a bit of talk about the season wrapping up, about how I think we'll end up getting the end of season awards. Just one here, I want to look back at how wrong and right I was in my prediction videos I'd done in October at the start of the year. I'm just going to look back at them, have a bit of fun, and see how off I was on some of them and how right I was on other ones. So I have the list here in front of me. You can see them videos on the playlist here on my YouTube on NBA Talk to just see them predictions anyway. So I'm going to start with the awards and go over them, and just for anyone that didn't listen to the podcast, I'll give you just who I picked as my end of season kind of picks, who I think will get, who I feel should and will get each award as well. So at the start of the season, my most improved player, by God, I was off. I was wrong. So at the start of the season, I gave 2 picks, and I went for Brandon Ingram and Markelle Fultz for being one of the 2 that I thought were, well, the 2 players I thought would be in contention for most improved player. But whoa, I was wrong. My end of season pick I went with in the podcast was Siakam of Toronto, who I think will end up winning it. But like Brandon Ingram and Markelle Fultz, who I picked at the start of the season, I thought we might get more off them. Fultz was a bit of a risky pick anyway. Like, it was hard what his head was going to be like this year, but you can see it just wasn't there. And then especially like it ended up obviously with Philly trading them to God, where did he go? Orlando, wasn't it? I think, could be wrong with them. And then Brandon Ingram and just the Lakers as a whole just went what I thought they were going to be. We'll get to that when I get to my Western Conference standing predictions and how they are looking now, how wrong some of the picks were. My defensive player of the year at the start of the year is actually someone who could end up getting it. He's not my pick to get it. I don't think he will, but he will be in contention, and he will definitely get some votes for it. So at the start of the year, I went with Joel Embiid from the 76ers. I definitely thought he'd be one of the main defensive players in the league this year, and you're looking at it, he will contend for my pick at the end of the season is Rudy Gobert to get it. But like I said, Embiid, who I picked at the start of the year, will be up there. Like, he will push for that award. He definitely will. The next 2, now when I done my end of season predictions, I did not look at my preseason predictions, and I couldn't remember who they were. But my next 2, for the coach of the year and the rookie of the year, the person who I think will end up winning each of these, who I picked now in my end of season predictions, is the same person I picked at my start of season predictions. So that is coach of the year, Mike Budenholzer. Definitely think he'll win it. There's a few other coaches that will get votes: Popovich, Doc Rivers, Mike Malone. They'll be in contention, but I think Budenholzer, what he's done at the Bucks, will end up getting that. I thought at the start of the year he would definitely be up there to get it as well. And rookie of the year, at the start of the year, I kind of think in the video I kind of gave Luka Doncic and Ayton as my 2 picks, who I'd have to be 1 or 2. Now you're looking 1 or 2 would probably be Luka Doncic, who I think will run away with it. Trae Young, number 2, will get some votes though. He's been, like, I didn't think Trae Young was going to be this good. I liked him in college. I liked his explosiveness on offense, and seemed like he'd be a good scorer, and he'll translate over to the league, which he's done. And I do think he will get some votes. But start of the season, I felt that right now, I feel as well it has to be Luka Doncic. I thought he was going to be good. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to be this good. I didn't think he was going to be this right now. Definitely felt he had it in him to be an all-star, be a superstar in this league. But in his first year, like, he could have gone an all-star this year. He could have. He was definitely in contention, and he pushed for it. Now, he didn't quite get it, but he would have been up there. Definitely would have been up there. My 6-man of the year predictions at the start of the year, I had 2 names. So I had Dennis Schroeder and Julius Randle. 2 of them had decent years, but right now, looking on the season, they're not in contention. For me, it has to go to Mr. 6-man, Lou Williams of the Clippers. That's who I'm going for. Will get it. But yeah, my start of season picks, not crazy. I don't think my predictions were like crazy out there predictions, but they just didn't work out so well as I thought. MVP both. Right, so at the start of the season, I gave 3 picks. So I thought Anthony Davis would be number 3, LeBron would be 2, and Giannis would be 1. And then in my postseason prediction episode 2 weeks ago, I gave Paul George 3, James Harden 2, and Giannis 1. So I did feel at the start of the season this would be Giannis' year. I do feel now, even with what James Harden has done, and there's no point going that James Harden has been amazing this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it. I have no problem. I have no issue with James Harden. If James Harden gets MVP, fair play to him, happy out. But definitely think it should be Giannis' award, and I think it will be Giannis' award. Right, finals picks at the start of the year. I had Golden State and the Boston Celtics at the start of the season, who I thought would end up in the NBA Finals. Right now, I still think Golden State will be there, but I think Houston is their biggest competition in the West. I think Oklahoma City Thunder in the West is the biggest wild card. And then in the East, like I said, I had Boston at the start. Right, like the East is a tricky one. Like if Boston fully click and fully get their act together, they could do it. Philly could do it. They probably have the best starting 5 in the East. Milwaukee could do it, but at the moment, if I have to pick who comes out of the East and joins the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, I'd have to go with the Toronto Raptors. But for more on that, on Friday, I'll be doing a full NBA playoff predictions, breaking down each round, how many games I think each series will go, and then that will be a podcast episode on Friday. Yeah, it'll be Friday. I'll be a podcast episode with my full playoff predictions. Right, we're going to have a little bit of a laugh here and see how wrong I was in my standing predictions at the start of the year. How right I was with some and how wrong I was with others. Now, right, in the East, just going to bring up, I have my preseason picks here in front of me. I just want to bring up the current standings. So now obviously there's still 2 games left in the regular season, so there's still 1 or 2 positions to be set, but most stuff are set in stone anyway. So at the start of the season in the East, my predictions were Boston Celtics 1, Philly 2, Milwaukee 3, Raptors 4, Pacers 5, Wizards 6, Heat 7, and Hornets 8. That's what I felt at the start of the season. So you can see 1 through 5. Right, I had the top 5 in the East. Their order is going to be a little bit off to what I predicted, but I had the 5 right. My tricks 6 through 8 was very wrong, because it looks like my 6 through 8, none of them will make it. Wizards obviously are already eliminated. Heat and Hornets, there's a chance that one of them will grab the 8th spot, but realistically it looks like Detroit should get it. Like, it's in Detroit's hands. They just have to win the last 2 games and they're in. So, like, looking alright in the East. 5 out of 8. Not too bad. I thought Wizards would be better. See, they've had a few issues this year with chemistry, with John Wall's injury and stuff. Thought Heat might be a little bit better, or Hornets might be a little bit better. Like the 2 of them pushed. So like, it's coming up to the last 2 games where Miami Heat and Charlotte Hornets still had a chance to get in. So I wasn't crazy off of that one. And like I said, yeah, I had 1 through 5 right, just wrong kind of order. So in the West then, how are we looking there? So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 right. Again, order is a little bit shuffled, especially with Denver. So my West predictions at the start of the year were Golden State 1, Houston 2, OKC 3, Utah Jazz 4, Lakers 5, Portland 6, Pelicans 7, and Denver 8. So obviously you see the main stuff that were offered there. I thought the Lakers would make it. I did feel one of the LA teams would make it. I thought either Lakers or Clippers would get in. Unfortunately, as a Lakers fan, it's Clippers that are in there. At the moment, occupying the 8th seed. They could still get up to the 6th. And I thought Lakers would make it, but unfortunately not. And I thought Pelicans actually would get in instead of San Antonio is what I had there. So I thought Pelicans would be a lot better this year. Obviously the Anthony Davis trade stuff didn't help, but I did feel that Pelicans would get in, but they didn't. And here Popovich has done once again another crazy good job with San Antonio to get them in. It's brilliant, it's amazing. And obviously then the other thing you're looking at is Denver scraping in at the 8th. Even said, like in the video when I done my preseason predictions, I remember saying Denver will scrape in ahead of San Antonio to that 8th spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if San Antonio get the 8th and Denver don't make it. Well, how wrong was I? At the moment they sit in the 2nd seed, Denver. They will end up in the top 4. They will have home court advantage. I didn't see it coming. Fair play to them. Fair play to Jokic, Murray, Malone, the coach, everyone in the Denver Nuggets organization, because they're, for me, one of the biggest shocks in the NBA this year. I thought they'd be good. I thought they'd be better. I didn't think they would be this good. They're probably the biggest shock in the league to me this year, along with the Brooklyn Nets. Did not think Brooklyn would make it at all, and you're looking at they're going to have 6, 7, or 8 seed in it. So that is just a quick look back at my predictions from the start of the year to where we are now. And like I said, once the NBA seasons are completely set in stone in a few days, I will have a full podcast episode up with my predictions and my thoughts going into the NBA playoffs. So that'll be episode 8 of the Stephen Hines Fitness Podcast. So keep an eye out for that. And that's it for the day. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.